Hello children, today we are going to revise the two lessons, that is respiration and the lesson physical and chemical changes. So let us start with the physical and chemical change children. In a physical change, if we discuss about the physical change children, if we discuss about the physical change, a change undergoes changes only in its physical properties. In physical properties such as shape, size, color and state, and no new substances are formed children. Okay, and then what happens in the chemical change children? What happens in the chemical change? Two substances react chemically to form new substances with different properties. Their properties are totally different children. So this is about the chemical and physical change children. Okay, then children, about the any of this example of the chemical change. Chemical reactions takes place around us all the time children. What are that? Burning of fuel, cooking of food, rusting of iron, process of photosynthesis, digestion of food are all process where chemical reactions takes place. Okay, and the reacting substances are chemically transformed into new products children. Okay, now rusting of iron occurs in the presence of oxygen and water. Now let us talk about the chemical reactions. Let us discuss about the chemical reaction children. Okay, chemical reactions are characterized by one or more of the following characteristics. What are that children? Evolution of gas, change of color, evolution of gas, change of color. Okay, then children, formation of precipitate, energy changes and change of state. Fine children, these are the chemical reactions. What all that are children? That the formation, correct, these all are the characteristics of the chemical reactions. What are that? Evolution of gas. Okay, then children, change of color, formation of precipitate. When two chemicals in solution form, react and an insoluble substance is formed, it settles down as a precipitate. What it is known as children? Precipitate. And the formation of precipitate in a chemical reaction is shown by an arrow pointing downwards children. Fine children. Now changes in energy, that are almost all reactions are accompanied by energy changes. According, there are two types of chemical reactions. What are that children? Exothermic and endothermic. You know it is exothermic and endothermic. Reactions accompanied with release of heat are called exothermic. With the release of heat children. And then in endothermic reactions, reactions accompanied with absorption of heat, that are known as endothermic. That are known as endothermic children. Fine children. Then we have discussed, then there is a change of state. Now let us come to the types of chemical reactions. Now we will revise types of chemical reactions. Types of types of types of chemical reactions, children. What are that? They are combination reaction. When a compound is formed from its elements or from simpler substances, the reaction is called combination reaction. What is it known as? This is known as a combination reaction. Okay, children. Then decomposition reaction is one in which a compound breaks up into two or more substances. Decomposition reaction. Then it is decomposition. Decomposition reaction is one in which a compound breaks up into two or more substances. AB is A plus B. This is a decomposition reaction. Decomposition is normally caused by heating or by passing electricity through it, children. Then it is your double displacement reaction. Then, children, double displacement reaction. In a double displacement reaction, two compounds react by exchanging their elements or groups. That is AB plus CD. What is it equal to, children? AD plus CB. AD plus CB. This is double displacement reaction. Then, children, precipitation reaction. In these reactions, two compounds react in their aqueous state to form an insoluble product which appears in the form of precipitate. Then, children, neutralization reaction. Next is about the neutralization reaction. Acid plus base. Acid plus base. Children, what is formed? Salt and water. Salt plus water. Fine, children. This is about the neutralization reaction. Okay. Then, children, after that it is oxidation and reduction reactions. Oxidation is a chemical reaction that involves addition of oxygen or removal of hydrogen from a substance. This is about the oxidation, children. Then about an oxidizing agent. Now about the oxidizing agent, children. Now about the oxidizing agent is one that oxidizes other substances by providing oxygen to them or by removing hydrogen from them. Okay. Then about the reduction, children. Now about the reduction. Reduction is a chemical reaction that involves addition of hydrogen or removal of oxygen from a substance, children. Then reducing agent. Then about the reducing agent is one that can reduce other substances by removing oxygen from them or by supplying hydrogen to them, children. Okay. Then crystal, a solid in which atoms are arranged in a regular pattern, that is a crystal, children. Okay. Then solid can be separated from a solution of the solid in water by evaporation and crystallization, children. What is it? By evaporation and crystallization, children. Okay. So we have discussed about the this lesson, physical and chemical changes. Now let us come to the next lesson, that is the respiration. Now let us start the revision of the next lesson, that is respiration, children. Respiration is the process. Respiration is the process of release of energy from digested food by its oxidation. It consists of breathing and cellular respiration. Okay, children. Then in plants, the exchange of oxygen and carbon dioxide takes place by diffusion. It takes place by diffusion through stomata present in the leaves and stem, children. Okay. Exchange of oxygen and carbon dioxide during respiration in animals occurs through diffusion through the cell membranes or the outer surface of the body through spiracles, gills or lungs, children. Okay. Then children, in humans, the main organs of respiration, what are that? That is nostrils, then it is nasal cavity, children, trachea, and children, that is bronchi. Okay. Trachea, then bronchi and lungs. Okay. Exchange of gases takes place in the alveoli. Where does the exchange of gases takes place? It takes place in the alveoli, which are surrounded by blood vessels. The blood takes oxygen to the cells where cellular respiration occurs. The carbon dioxide passes into the blood and then into the alveoli. Okay. Now we will just talk about this one, children. What is the difference between the combustion and cellular respiration? Combustion is a fast process, children, and this one, cellular respiration, is a slow process. When we talk about this breathing, now about the breathing, children, it is a physical process of exchange of gases. No chemical reaction takes place and there is no release of energy. It takes place outside the cells, children. Okay. Then about this one, aerobic respiration and aerobic respiration. Aerobic respiration in the presence of oxygen, and then it is anaerobic respiration, children. Respiration in the absence of oxygen. Now there is a term, hemoglobin. Hemoglobin, substance in blood that helps to transport oxygen in the body. Okay. Now children, about the epiglottis, the aperture opening into the windpipe is guarded by a flap-like structure that is known as epiglottis. What is it known as? This is known as epiglottis. Fine, children. Flap-like structure opening flap-like structure called the epiglottis. It closes the windpipe when you swallow food so that the food particles do not enter it. If food or water ever enters the windpipe, you cough it out. Okay. Then children, types of respiration, that are what two types? Aerobic and anaerobic respiration. After that, this one, respiration in animals. Children, different animals have different ways in which the exchange of oxygen and carbon dioxide occurs in their bodies. Children, okay, so through cell membrane or skin. In unicellular organisms such as amoeba and paramecium, exchange of gases takes place by diffusion through the cell membrane. Fine, children. And then through air holes, insects such as cockroaches and grasshoppers. Through air holes, insects such as cockroaches, grasshopper have opening. What are that openings known as? That openings are known as pericles. Okay, children, in their bodies. Then about through gills, fishes use gills for exchange of gases. Gills are made up of a large number of filaments which are richly supplied with thin blood veins. What are that known as? They are known as capillaries. Through lungs, a tadpole has gills, but as it grows into a frog, it develops air bags called lungs for gaseous exchange. Now, there is a term inhalation. What does this define? Inhalation, how can you define? Inhalation, for the taking in of air rich in oxygen into our body, that is known as, children, inhalation. Okay, children. Now, next one is exhalation. Then the next term is exhalation. What does this mean? How can you define it? The giving out of air rich in carbon dioxide is called exhalation. Okay. Then about the what is this external respiration, that is can be called as a breathing, taking in air rich in oxygen, inhalation, and giving out air rich in carbon dioxide, that is exhalation, children. Then internal respiration. Internal respiration or cellular respiration. It is internal respiration or cellular respiration, using oxygen to break down food to release energy. Internal respiration occurs in the body cell. The chemical reaction involved in respiration is that is, children, glucose C6H12O6. This is glucose plus, what is it, children? 6O2, that is oxygen. Fine, children. And then carbon dioxide, 6CO2 plus water, 6H2O plus energy. Fine, children. So we have discussed that respiration in plants. Plants are living things. They also respire by taking in oxygen and giving out carbon dioxide. So the exchange of oxygen and carbon dioxide takes place through small pores. What are that small pores known as, children? That the small pores are known as stomata. Fine. and the stomata along with its nearby guard cell and other cells. What is it known as? That is known as stomatal apparatus. Okay. And for the root respiration, how does it take place, children? Root cells of plants also need oxygen to generate energy. They get this oxygen from air trapped between soil particles, children. Okay. Then about, children, what happens when you do the exercise, running and all, children? Sometimes the very exercises are done such for a long distance running, your body cannot get enough oxygen to produce the required energy. So to get the additional energy, anaerobic respiration occurs within your muscle cells. In this process, there is partial breakdown of glucose to produce which acid, children? Yes, that is the lactic acid. Which acid, children? That is the lactic acid. Okay. Then what happened, children? Due to the accumulation of lactic acid in the body, what does it cause? That cause the muscular cramps. What happens? There occurs the muscular cramps, children. That is why you sometimes have cramps after heavy exercise. So how can you get the relief from it, children? You can get relief from these cramps by massaging the affected part or by having a hot bath. Okay, to get the relief from the cramps, children. Both these activities improve circulation of blood in the body, leading to increased supply of oxygen. So what happens then when there will be a complete supply of oxygen? This results in complete breakdown of lactic acid. Complete breakdown of this lactic acid to carbon dioxide and water, and hence you get relief, children. You get relief from what? You get relief from cramps, children. Okay. So now you know about the stomata, sphericals, aerobic, anaerobic also. Now what are these bronchi? These are the tubes that branch out from the trachea and enter each lung. Okay. And alveoli, they are the tiny air sacs present at the end of the bronchioles. Fine, children. Then about the combustion, difference between the combustion and cellular respiration. As I told, it is a fast process, this combustion. Cellular respiration is a slow process. Combustion, it occurs at high temperature. It can occur anywhere. Okay, but in cellular respiration it occurs at body temperature. It occurs only in living cells, children. Okay, then children, what happens during cellular respiration? During cellular respiration, the sugar molecules in food are oxidized to form carbon dioxide and water. And then what happens, children? The energy is given out. What is given out? The energy is given out, children. So we had discussed about the types of respiration also, children, that is aerobic and anaerobic respiration. Then about the respiratory system, the human respiratory system. Human respiratory system consists of organs. Which organs, children? That are responsible for taking in oxygen for respiration. And what does they release, children? They release carbon dioxide and water vapor, which are the waste products formed during respiration. Fine, children, you know about the inhalation, exhalation also. Then the photosynthesis and respiration. In plants, both photosynthesis and respiration occurs during the day. Since photosynthesis is the major activity, you all know children, more oxygen is released during the photosynthesis. More oxygen is released during photosynthesis than is absorbed during respiration. Therefore, there is net absorption of carbon dioxide and release of oxygen by plants during the day. However, photosynthesis does not occur at night, only respiration takes place, which means that plants take in oxygen and release carbon dioxide at night. Okay, then this way, children, what is oxidation? The reaction with oxygen is known as oxidation. Respiration is the process of taking in oxygen, using it for release of energy by oxidation of food, and eliminating the waste products, that is carbon dioxide and water. There are two main processes of respiration. Yes, external respiration, internal respiration. External respiration is breathing, and internal respiration or cellular respiration, children. This way, children, we have done the revision part. Thank you so much.